guys, it's Megan, and obviously you can tell something is a little different about me. My hair is darker and I have no more fun colors in my hair. They got kind of old and they were turning green, so I figured just go dark that matched my eyebrows. The sun from the summer is obviously going to make it a lot lighter than it is right now. It's a lot darker than I expected, but I wanted to get the color out of my hair. I did do it myself, so that's why if you see like color like hanging out, yeah, that's because I self-dyed it. I did not use box dye, I used like ion color from Sally's. But anyway, this is obviously about my nose, not my hair. My dog's trying to get in. You can say hi, Dozy. Okay, so anyway, this video is going to be about how, just wait for it. Alright, we're good. Okay, so obviously this video is about my nose, and it's how I cured my hypertrophic scar. Mine is not completely away, hence why I want to film the video, because I want to show you what it's like when it's healing compared to what it looks like when it's really bad. So the clip before this, obviously I pre-filmed it because I did this a couple months ago, and it shows pretty much how my nose looked then. It's really ugly, so if you don't like these types of pictures of people's bodily functions, click off because you might be grossed out. It's not as bad as some people's I've seen, but it's pretty like disgusting. But yeah, anyway, I'm curing mine and I have tips and tricks to help you cure yours. And this is already a disclaimer right here. I am not a piercer, I am not a tattooist, I do hair and makeup. So I have no training in piercings whatsoever. I have had my ears pierced, I've never had a face piercing. And a lot of people said to take it out. I was not going to take it out because I looked up online and on YouTube videos of how to cure it and stuff. So I'm just going to show you methods that worked for me. These might not work for you. I can give you alternatives because that's what I'm going to do later in the video. But anyway, let's just get into where you see what it looked like beforehand. As I said before in the previous clip, I got a hypertrophic scar. So yeah, this is treatment week 1, day 1, and I will put pictures in and all that stuff, what it looks like exactly right now, because I can't really get close enough for you guys to see it. And the redness around it is just my eczema, don't worry, it's not that bad, it's just the bump, that's the only thing that shouldn't be there. So I've pretty much stopped putting my eczema lotion, which is this, on that, because it's for eczema, which puts in a lot of moisture, and I just use this Ultra Repair Cream by First Aid Beauty. So this is very moisturizing, which is probably also helping it like breathe, I guess. So what I'm doing right now for the treatment is mixing honey and tea tree oil, and I'm using organic raw honey, and I'm mixing it with the Jason Purifying Tea Tree Skin Oil, and it just looks like that. I got it from Wegmans, so this was $10 and it has 30 millimeters, if you guys know what that is. I guess 1 ounce. But this was $10, it is a little pricey, but hopefully this will work, hopefully. And I'm also using the CVS Saline Salt Wash that my piercer told me to use to clean it anyway. And then I think I might make like a salt soak, so that's going to be sea salt and hot water, as hot as I can stand it. And I'm just going to soak that for 10 minutes. 10 to 5 minutes depending. So yeah, I'll put in the pictures of what this looks like right now, and then hopefully you will see what it looks like in another week. Okay guys, so the picture that you're going to see next, well, a few pictures, is what it looks like now. And these pictures were taken about a week ago. So yeah, pretty much this is what it looks like now, and I'll obviously try to zoom you guys in so you can see it like right now. And yeah, so just slide into it. Okay, so this picture right here is like a perfect example of that my hypertrophic scar is still there. It's just not as huge. You can see it's just right at the top. It's very little now compared to the pictures you saw previous. But yeah, just thought I'd jump in and tell you that. That is a lot better than what it looked like from week 1. Okay, so now I'm just going to zoom you guys in so you can kind of see. The redness is still just from my eczema because my skin, I don't know what's wrong with it. You can see I'm getting huge pimples because I guess the weather change is doing that. But we're just going to get all up close and personal with this nose right now. So it's kind of blurry just because this is not, it's like an iPhone camera. But I'm going to lift it up so you guys can see. So, yeah. And I have washed my hands before this, so don't worry. And yeah, you can pretty much see that the bump is gone. Yeah, that's just what it looks like now. And yeah, I haven't changed it at all yet. I have to wait till June to change it to a different stud or a hoop, so yeah. Okay, so now we're going to move on to my tips and tricks and what worked for me and stuff I saw online that worked for other people. So I'm just going to give you like the whole shebang. I have it all on this paper right here pretty much. This is I hung it up on my wall so I would remember to do this every now and again. Just do the treatments. It helps immensely. So yeah. So let's just get jumping right into it. Okay, so tip number 1 I have for you is if you like makeup like me and who wears makeup on their face like majority of the time, stop wearing your makeup because that is what's going to hurt your piercing. And literally it's not good to put it on there anyway. They tell you that when you first get it to not wear makeup on it, and obviously I didn't want to listen, so this is probably what contributed to me getting one anyway. And yeah, just don't wear makeup on it. Wear BB creams or just lotions on your face. Don't go full cake makeup on your face because that's what's clogging it and causing all this crap to happen. Tip number 2 is do not touch your piercing. I know it's like a foreign object on your face, but don't touch it. If you touch it, it's only for you to clean it, cure it, and you need to have clean hands. You need to have clean hands. Not just, oh, I slapped hand sanitizer on like 10 minutes ago. No, you need to wash your hands with no like scented Bath and Body Works soap. It needs to be just regular soap, no scents, no nothing. So yeah, just have clean hands. Now what my piercer told me to clean my piercing with when I first got it done, I didn't have hypertrophic scar or anything yet. She said to either buy the salt wash that they had there, which was way too expensive anyway. So she said to just go to CVS, and this is like $5 literally, and it's CVS Sterile Saline Wound Wash, and pretty much it's just salt spray, I guess, and it just looks like that. And you can get this at CVS. I don't know if Walgreens has anything like this, but yeah, it's just like a spray. You spray it on cotton swabs and stuff, and then you just clean around it, lift it up, clean under it a little bit, and that's all you're supposed to do. Do not over clean it. You clean it twice a day, I think she said, so in the morning and at night. So yeah. The next tip I have is keep your pillows clean. Your pillowcases can infest germs, hence why you get zits if they haven't been washed in a while. It's the same thing with your nose, and you're sleeping on it and all that. Also, speaking of sleeping on your pillowcases and stuff, do not try to sleep on your piercing. Try sleeping on the other side of your face. Like, I used to sleep on that side, but now I sleep on my other side just so I know I'm not going to accidentally rip it out or hit it or move it or anything like that. Also, I know you will get caught on things because sometimes when I lean over or if I like rub it the wrong way, it'll come out, like almost come out, but I have the corkscrew, so it's not going to fully come out without force of me twisting and everything. But it will come out. It does really hurt. It feels like you got punched in the nose. Your eyes will probably water. So just stick it back in, and like I ice it because it makes it feel a lot better. But yeah, just Try not to move it, don't touch it, just leave it be. It's a piercing. It's okay. It won't go anywhere. Also, let's talk about glasses. So my glasses I do have to wear lower because I have really long eyelashes, so this is how low I have to wear mine down my nose. So yes, it does tend to hit my piercing, and I will hear it in my, like, hitting it. So I'll hear it hit and then I'll be like, okay, ow. And plus, if you don't clean your glasses often, like sterilize the, not like the glass, but like the frames, they do have bacteria on it because it's on your face, it's gross. So I just tend to not wear it. My glasses, I know it's really bad, I usually just wear them for driving at nighttime. So that's usually, or if I'm driving far and I don't know the area, I'll usually wear these. I'm supposed to wear them all the time, but because of the piercing situation, I don't really like to do that. Also, sunglasses, same thing. Do not share sunglasses, do not wear dirty sunglasses, and like, ugh, Jesus, don't share sunglasses. That's so gross. Like, don't do it. Just let the sun burn your eyes out. Don't use someone else's sunglasses, because it will infect your piercing, because their face has germs on it, and that's gross. So I think that's all of like the regular things that you should do when you have your nose pierced, I guess. Like, that's all I can really think of right now, pretty much. But yeah, just keep it clean, don't touch it, all that stuff. Now, if you do end up getting a hypertrophic scar, which everyone that has a nose piercing is going to eventually get one. I knew a girl who had it for like 3 years and then got one. And it's fine, it happens to everyone. It's not an infection, trust me. If you look up online what an infected piercing looks like, you'll know if you have an infected piercing or a hypertrophic scar. There is two completely different things. And I'm not gonna like put those pictures in this video because they gross me out and I don't want to look at it. And I'm sure none of you want to see an infected piercing. So we're just gonna, if you want to see what it looks like, you look it up on Google yourself. Also, I had people with nose piercings that have them, and they were like, just take it out, it's infected. Do not take your piercing out of your nose. Do not take it out, do not listen to anyone. Just look up online, like look up your research, look it up on YouTube videos. There are plenty of YouTube videos that helped me figure out which was good for it. And I also had my cousin who had a nose piercing, and she treated someone else by saying, use these different alternatives instead of using medicines and stuff like that. Go the herbal route, because she's doing that type of thing. So that's what worked for me eventually. But yeah, do not take your piercing out, no matter how many people with nose piercings said they took theirs out or their friends took it out because it was infected. It's not infected. Like I said, look it up, what an infected piercing looks like, and look up what a hypertrophic scar is. They're two completely different things. Just keep it clean and treat it every day, or wherever you see online. Like if they're like, we do it every other day or 3 times a week, do that, because they're right. They have their nose piercing and it looks fine now. So, and mine's obviously healing, so I'm proof that it is a hypertrophic scar. It's not infected. You will be fine. Okay, so there are 5 methods that I know of that people use, and the one that I used that worked for me eventually was tea tree oil and honey. So like I said before, I used the Jason tea tree oil from Wegmans. It is pricey and it does stink like you would think, like crap. Like, yeah, you're sticking it in your nose and you're gonna smell it for a little bit. But yeah, stick this on it. It will dry it out and it's good for it. Only put this on the hypertrophic scar, not in the piercing, not around the piercing. Just get the cotton swab and stick it on the hypertrophic scar and that's it. But I also don't just use straight up tea tree oil because that's really dry and my skin is already eczema and dry, so I don't really do that. And this is just normal honey. I used all natural honey because that's what my cousin told me to do. She said the honey is going to heal it a lot better and it's not going to be as drying. But yeah, this is just the bare honey. So yeah, like don't use this. Don't go to the store and get this. Get all natural honey and this and mix equal parts so it's like a paste. Do not refrigerate it. It can sit out for months. It won't grow anything. It's just, you can have it in a little bowl, like ready to go, just Q-tip it every time. So yeah, mix these two and then stick it on your nose for about like 20 minutes. Like that's usually what I do. Sometimes I would leave it on longer. It's not gonna hurt it or anything. But yeah, I did that at least every day. Like every day I would do that. So just, it works. It worked for me. I don't know if it would work for you, but try that. Try that first. That's what I tried first, and it eventually worked for me. Obviously, you can see. So yeah. The second other thing that I did was sea salt soaks, or just like, I know people do the paste. I don't really like the paste because that's kind of gross. But I just mixed, I either used this on a Q-tip, like just sprayed it on and held it there, and then I took a different Q-tip and cleaned it normally. Or just make your own sea salt soak with hot water, as hot as you can possibly stand this water, and a lot of sea salt. Swirl it all around with the Q-tip and stick it on there and hold it on there for at least 5 to 10 minutes. Also, another tip, take really hot showers, like really hot. I know it's bad for your hair, but like just let the steam, like when you kind of like stand there, you're getting used to the water, just put a really hot shower on and let the steam kind of like clean it out as well too, like get your face in there, like get it nice and cleaned out. And the sea salt is just like regular cleaning. You do it twice a day, once in the morning, one at night. And the tea tree oil is only once a day. Once, and that's it. So usually I would do it before bed, pretty much. Like I would clean it after I did the tea tree oil treatment. Other methods I've heard of is aspirin paste. It's pretty much just like crushed up Advil, and I don't really know. You can just look it up on YouTube. I'm sure there's videos on it. But there's aspirin paste, and then there's witch hazel, which is for like hemorrhoids and stuff. But that, I've heard it's more for acne, not really hypertrophic scars. So like I said, try tea tree oil before you do witch hazel. And I've heard lemon juice works too. I didn't venture into that. I just did the tea tree oil and honey, and that just ended up working for me. So I didn't try any other method. And like I said before, do not over-treat your piercing, and do not over-clean it, because that's just going to make it a lot worse for you. And do not touch it. It will go away, I promise. Mine is obviously going away. And I also, for like 2 weeks, didn't wear face makeup, and I didn't really care. It just doesn't bother me anymore, honestly. But don't wear makeup on it, don't touch it, don't over-clean it, don't over-treat it. It's pretty much the goal. And pretty much this is not going to be an overnight fix. Obviously that video previously was a long time ago. A long time ago. Like a couple months, maybe 2 months ago I think it was. And yeah, it's not going to be an overnight fix. It'll be fine. It's going to take a while. It's obviously taken me a little bit to get it down to the size that it is right now. And hopefully by June it will be gone, so I can take it out and change it and everything, which will be fabulous if that is the case. But if not, it's not a big deal. It will go away. It's not going to get worse if you keep treating it. Just treat it. It will get better. And if it doesn't get any better, if it gets worse, go down to your tattooist or your piercer and go to the shop and be like, this is what's happening. I tried to treat it and nothing's working. They'll be able to help you even more. And I've heard horror stories where they had to cut it off and all this stuff. I'm like, okay, if it gets to that point, it's infected. It's not a hypertrophic scar. So that's why you need to look at the difference between the two. But yeah, if all else fails, go to your shop and your tattoo person and piercer and just ask them about it. They'll probably be able to help you more than this video would, because I learned all this from Googling and YouTube. So yeah. Okay, so that's it for today, guys. I hope these tips and tricks help you with your hypertrophic scar. Hopefully it will, just because I know when I saw mine I was freaking out, like, oh my god, what's wrong with my piercing? But do not stress out. Hopefully all of this helped you and is giving you new ideas of what to do. But anyway, I love you guys. Bye!